Welcome to Dolly Pardon, the sassiest, classiest, and most unfiltered adult collectors podcast.
We are serving up weekly episodes packed with laughs, hot takes, and all of the tea from the world of adult doll collecting. Whether you're into high fashion minis, vintage treasures, or just here for the love of dolls, we've got you covered.
So grab a drink, strike a pose, and let's talk dolls, because collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle.
Welcome to Dolly Pardon the podcast. How you doing? Today we have a fantastic episode with some fantastic guests. We have superfan Alex, and we have the one and only Jul Dream Doll. We have Dolly's Secret and the fake news segment. But first, we have...
Everyone's filled a plastic bag before, but have you ever filled a plastic...
When I dress up as a frigid bitch, I try not to look so constipated.
The only plastic I care about is dolls and credit cards, and sometimes plastic poppy.
Oh, thank you. That warmed my heart.
So, to kick this episode off, today we have a podcast super fan, now a friend of ours, a sweetheart, a really handsome artist. I'm not going to say much about him. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Alex, hello, darling. Welcome to Dolly Pardon.
Welcome, Alex.
Thank
Alex,
you, guys.
tell us who you are and what do you do?
My name is Alex. I go by Bezus Dolls on Instagram. I am a true super fan of this podcast. I feel like I showed up on Instagram a few months ago, in Dollstagram world, not in regular Instagram. Sadly, I am aware of normal Instagram. But Dollstagram has been a gift, and you three and your podcast has been kind of like a light for me in what I want to produce and do on doll Instagram. And
Even Raj?
yeah, of course. I mean, I have to get my cahoots with him because he doesn't post too much. You know, I get a little bit of Estefan and Naomi, but yeah, it's like you three are wonderful and have helped me find my like little situation. So I am a painter by trade. Yeah, painter by trade and photographer by heart with my dolls.
Can I say a talented painter by trade? I mean, you produce some amazing pieces of art. And don't be humble about it, sweetie. You're incredibly talented.
A great photographer, too. One of the things that I love about his photographs, whenever he's photographing his dolls, is he's able to capture like really cool movement in them where they look like they're like falling, they look like they're walking, they look like they're leaning back, like they're like this movement that he captures with these dolls is so cool. So I actually told him that I want him one day to record his process and show us how he does that. So I'm still waiting for that, Alex.
Oh, Estefan, I am going to do it. You know, I am so inspired by the three of you, and I really think that the way Instagram is going is like, why not just spread joy and happiness? Like I love Next Top Model as a series. I can't say like one country in particular because I think they're all special. And I view my girls as like my models, and like I'm an agency. Like let's just show it off, baby, you know, like show off the goods. Why not? And like connecting with Naomi, you know, House of Deluge, like Deluge Bling has truly helped me establish like, oh, I want to do fashion. Like I want to be a brand, pretend I'm a magazine, like Plastic Poppy. Estefan, your entire Instagram has really showed me like the girls are gorge. Let's just show the girls. Like let's show the babes. Make these people eat up. So I appreciate it, but it really is just like, I mean, you can go to my first post. I am shameless. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just post like
Mm.
a doll on my couch. Because like, I was like, I don't know what this is. And Naomi, you were the fourth account I followed here on
Oh.
Oh,
Dollstagram. It was
sweetie.
it was a very like natural follow. I can't say that I sought you out because I
Mm.
really just like found people through other people, and you were like the second person to show up on the follow page for his dot dolls, which is a
Yeah.
YouTuber that I really admire, Greg.
Mhm.
He's a great, very kind person, and yeah, you were right there, like
Oh,
follow number 2.
sweetie. That
So
is
I
very
was like,
sweet.
yeah, boom.
I really love, it's very similar to what Estefan was saying about movement. One thing I noticed about your work is hands. Your hand placement of the dolls is so natural, but still so effective. You're very good at what you do, and you should take great pride in it.
Thank you. I will say I live in Brooklyn, in New York. It is a
Brooklyn!
woo Brooklyn. I've been here 10 years now. It's been wonderful for me in particular, but I went to university here in Brooklyn, and my professors were hounds about placement of everything. I can't say that I that it's all a very natural thing for me. Like, I'm very critical of everything that I do in every shot. I look at a hand and I'm like, I wouldn't do that with my hands. But I do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same in my personal like paintings. Not personal,
yeah.
my work. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Ah,
Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
We
thanks.
love what you do, Alex, and we're
Mhm.
so happy that you're here now. It feels like is a serendipitous moment. I'm quoting Miss Poppy there.
Yeah.
She was the one
You're
I
part of
loved as
the
well.
you're part of the Dolly Parton podcast
Universe.
family. Yeah.
The
Yeah, the
multiverse.
Dolly Parton
Yeah.
universe. That is like one of like the Dolly Parton words is serendipitous because it truly does just feel like a full 360 moment to just have like everyone inspiring each other, like the people that
Yeah.
have inspired me coming on the podcast, now people that I have inspired coming on the podcast. It really is like a 360 moment. And it's just, like you said earlier, it's about spreading joy and it's about spreading love and, about the hobby. But anyways, we have a lot to get into. Naomi, walk us through what we're going to be talking about today.
So today we are going to be diving into the news from the Mattel world. Some are good, some are bad, mostly bad. Let's start with the most recent release in the Mattel house, and that is the newest Pink Gala Barbie, created by Angel Kant. To do so, we're going to go on a plastic tan. Thank you so much, a plastic tan, for the fresh juice, for the fresh
Woo!
news.
We love plastic tan.
We love plastic tan. We just live and thrive on plastic tan. So that's the Barbie Gala collection, Lavender Daydream doll. So her sculpt is CEO, and she's on a Model Muse body. How do we feel about this doll?
I mean, I'm gonna start from the top.
Make it
And
drop.
yeah, that's yeah, okay.
What as pussy?
Whereas plastic. I adore the length of her hair. I love, love, love the length of her hair.
Yes.
Everything else below that, I absolutely hate. But that hair, oh, to die for. How about you guys?
I think the hair is really beautiful too. To me, this is nostalgically Barbie. Like, this is the Barbie that I grew up with. Like, it's very glamorous. I love the star detail and the iris of the eye. Like, that is so Barbie. Like, so campy and cute.
Yeah.
I love the colors that are here. To me, this is like Teresa to the first Barbie that we had with the old doll Barbie.
Yeah.
So I actually am a very big fan of it. I think that the dress is a little bit ridiculous, but I do like that about it. Like, I think that it's like a funny, campy kind of vibe, and I'm into it.
The dress is recycled from the anniversary Teresa, isn't it? And
Is it?
I mean, I love Angel. Angel makes beautiful things, and he created a deal, and he clearly is a very talented designer. But this doll feels 2001 mermaid playline. And
Yeah.
sorry
Yes.
about it. I mean, that dress, the fabric feels cheap. I don't like this cut. The shoes feel terribly cheap. Sorry. I like the fur. I like
Yeah.
that we have a different spin on the first Pink Gala doll. I'm not a fan of faces that smile. There's nothing to smile at the moment for. We should all be we should all be very sad and concerned. And also, I can't get over the fucking elastic on the top of the head. Like, are we even kidding?
Yeah, there's nothing to cover. They couldn't add a bow or a metal lamp,
Yeah.
Or just cover
something.
with
I
her
mean,
hair? Cover with
Yeah.
her hair?
Mm,
A
would you
Like,
go to a
wraparound.
gala with
why?
elastic in your hair? Like, I
No,
don't.
exactly.
Alex, what do you
Exactly.
think about this bitch?
I think she's very early 2000s, and I loved the Pink Gala release with the Odile face sculpt, and I loved the starry-eyed look. I thought she looked incredibly beautiful, remind me of my childhood. But this, the dress feels like an afterthought. I feel like the purple stole is very pretty,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they could have done anything else with this fabric
I mean,
besides a mermaid.
I feel like a mermaid cut is very popular with dolls, but this feels like 2 to 3 different dresses spliced into one.
Yeah.
I think that's where the problem lies. I think that if the mermaid skirt was there and then they maybe kept the top part maybe plain, that may have given it a bit more of an elegant look instead of a, a very bad quinceanera dress. Yeah, I mean, but that's
She's
just me.
59. No, she's
My,
not. She's 65, 66 this year, isn't she?
wow. I mean, maybe that's why she's smiling. She costs so much.
Yeah. The accessories are
I'm
cute.
I'm into her. I'm just conflicted. Like, I want her. I'm just conflicted if I'm gonna buy her because I'm having some issues with Mattel right now. But I
Uh,
do want her. Like, I think that she's beautiful. And I want like
yeah.
I have the Odile, and I think that she is gonna look really gorgeous on the shelf next to Adele. But yeah, I kind of do want her. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to buy her. Speaking of like why I'm apprehensive of giving money to Mattel, let's go to the second post over here.
Oh God.
They are kind of like misleading people into believing that they do not use AI in their product design, which is really just not true. And a plastic tan kind of just called them out on it, which I think is just really great. A plastic can has just been really fearlessly and leading that conversation of just calling Mattel out. Like, no, you guys are like doing some really distasteful things that we don't
Yeah.
agree with, and they're really like taking lead in calling them out, which I appreciate. So basically, Barbie posted something along the lines of saying that they are real and it was a misleading post. A lot of the comments were saying, thank you guys for not using AI. Thank you guys for not using AI in your development of products X, Y, and Z. And I saw a plastic tan actually responding to all of these people being like, no, they
Calling them
absolutely
out.
use a yeah. He was like, they
Yeah.
absolutely use AI. And that's when a plastic tan posted this post and be like, they're misleading you guys into thinking that they don't use AI. They absolutely do use AI. They use Firefly with their product designers. I mean, it's not like a mandatory thing where they have
Yeah.
to use Firefly to create their product design. But at
Mm.
the end of the day, they're trying to increase efficiency while decreasing their payroll. So they're adding workload into the people that they have. So of course these people are going to rely on AI to start pumping out more product more quickly.
The problem is that the demand for Barbie products is increasing, and of course they are pumping out the doll every other day.
Yeah.
There you can tell that the quality is not there, and the fact that they've gotten rid of 120 employees, and they got rid of Bill Greening as well. It feels very unrealistic from Mattel,
Yeah.
and I mean I feel it's offensive for the real artists out there. Like,
Yeah.
Alex, how do you feel about AI? Because of course, this touching you close to home, isn't it?
It is. I was talking to Estefan this week about this, exact thing. I wanted to be caught up on what's going on before I
Yeah.
talked about it. And, you know, there's a projected percentage that 40% of jobs across the world are going to be gone in 15 to 20 years because of AI.
Yeah.
Because AI is being so rapidly developed. I think, a little in shock that this feels like it's going to continue to escalate, and we are going to reach the point that this snowball of job loss is going to hit to the point that doll communities are going to be comprised of people who kind of have to edit AI.
Yeah.
And doll designers will just be doing derivative Bill Greening. They're going to put all of his stuff in a machine, right? And then pop out future versions of what they theoretically think he could make. Because who
They could
knows what
never.
rights?
They could
Yeah,
I mean,
never.
I guess one thing that we have to remember is there is no way we can get away from AI. It is the future. It is what is going to happen. It is how processes are applied. I think in this case, it should be about how Mattel are embracing AI, but also still supporting their workforce to say, actually, we're not going to get rid of everyone. What we're going to do is try and embrace it in a way that allows us to have both. And I think trying to hide behind broken fake promises to say, oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that. It's not true. You're going to use it. You're a corporation who wants to, stay relevant, and AI is, the way forward.
It's
Yeah.
sad. It's sad. I think because as a brand, they have a huge profit. I find it like shocking personally that they're getting rid of talented people because they want to save money. AI is extremely dangerous. It's an extremely dangerous tool, not only because it takes away from real, human artists and steals their art. It's also because it's extremely polluting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think to Raj's point, like AI is inevitable. There's no escaping it. It's coming. I think that we have to learn how to use it responsibly. I think we have to
Yeah.
learn how to like monitor it, right? Like
Yeah.
there
yes,
has to be
absolutely.
things set in place to where we can use it where it's sustainable, first of all. Can't take such a toll on our environment because it is growing so rapidly and it's in
Yeah.
such demand. I know that
Yeah.
a lot of people are concerned about the water consumption, and that's
Yep,
something that I
absolutely.
myself was concerned about with
Yep.
whenever I was first learning about AI, was how much water that it takes to cool down the systems that it takes to
Yep.
operate the AI systems.
Yep.
And whenever I was talking about this with my cousin who works for Apple, he was kind of challenging me on my thought process and was just talking about, like, well, wouldn't water that they use for cooling the system just turn into steam, which goes into the ecosystem, turn into rain? Like, so what really is your concern there? You know what I mean? And then, so do I have to be concerned about this water consumption?
Yeah, we should because okay, so just I was like researching Amazon, as Amazon, the thing that we all know, is
Yeah.
planning to spend $100 billion to build data centers around the world,
Uh-huh.
all needing water consumption, and
Uh-huh.
all of those things are going to be AI generated, like data centers. Where's the water coming from? We actually have a lack of fresh water
Yeah.
on this
Mm-hmm.
planet that
Exactly
we're
that.
currently struggling with. And like according to Microsoft's 2022 annual report,
Come
water
on,
for
data,
cooling
give us
systems,
everything.
yeah,
Yes.
asking ChatGPT 3 10 to 55 questions uses 500 milliliters of water,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot when you think about people across the world not having access to fresh water
Yep.
today. Every day,
Absolutely.
people are dying of thirst, and we're having robots that need more water than a human on a daily basis produce things that we don't even know what they're capable of actually doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And you pair that with plastic consumption and with Mattel as well. You're looking at the carbon footprint that tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very dicey area. So no, 100%. I agree with you guys in that. Like, it's shocking. It's just about managing it and not. I
Mhm.
think a big thing for all corporate companies is to realize that we all have access to information. Look how quickly Alex was able to pull that data,
Yeah, but
right?
Alex
Right.
is intelligent.
No, but my point my point is that we you can't treat your consumers like they're dumb. If they want
Mhm.
to find that information, they can. And yeah,
I
it's a
think they
bad
should tell
point.
us.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
But I really think that it's important to be transparent because, as we've talked about, there's no way to stop this as an individual.
Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
are literally on a train that is moving 5,000 miles per hour and
Mhm.
we don't know where it's heading.
Yeah.
But all we can do is make people be accountable for the things that they're doing within their companies. Like if they
Yeah.
fired, if, let's be real, they laid off 120 people
Mm.
because they're having, robots do things. They
Mm.
should say it. I mean, there's no,
Yeah, exactly. Embrace it and
yeah,
take
tell us what,
responsibility.
yeah, tell us what they're doing with those robots.
Can I say something just to be, because of course if I weren't shady, it wouldn't be me. So the first thing is I do not want to see any more videos of dolls moving or doing weird shit. I
Yeah.
want the dolls to be immobile. I want them to stay still. I don't want
Yeah.
them to walk around uh, just having 6 legs or 10 hands. I don't care. I don't want to see that. It's ugly. It looks horrible.
Mm.
It doesn't do it any good. I
Mm.
unfollow people that use that kind of shit. And the second thing is, I don't want to see people putting their faces into a doll box using ChatGPT just to do that. We don't
Mm.
care. We do not care about you
Mm.
in a doll box. We don't care. You're not that interesting to deserve a doll. You're not me, okay? So it's
If you were,
not
they'd make you for
interesting.
real, right? I mean, well,
Yeah.
I
Naomi deserves a
know.
real doll. I
Yeah.
mean,
I am a
let's be
doll,
real.
darling. Thank you, baby.
You are.
Yeah, because she's mostly plastic, that's why. Oh, and
It's
Esteban too. Yeah. No, I agree, but it's novel. It's a trend. People are going to do it because they see other people doing it.
it's
and
moronic. Can I say
It makes it,
moronic?
yeah.
I mean, you said a lot worse.
Okay.
It's like part of the community feeling. I understand. It makes you
Mm.
feel included and it makes you feel like you're creating art. I had a cousin who years ago was telling me who I paint every day for my job. I'm very lucky.
Mhm.
He is a real estate developer
Yeah.
person. He was telling me that he uses ChatGPT to generate images that he thinks of that he knows he could never create.
Mhm.
And while I understand that because now people are combating this doll box trend by drawing themselves as dolls, which
Mhm.
in boxes, which is cute. It's
Yeah.
Mm.
hard to tell someone who can't draw, who doesn't have the resources to learn how to practice a lot, like
Yeah.
that they can't create themselves. It's like it's hard when they're watching 1,000 other people do it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And, Alex, as someone who does paint every day, as you said, how do you feel about how AI is going to simply threaten your your career and what you do every day? How are
We've already
you?
asked this, Raj. You were not paying attention.
No, but I,
No.
I I think when I think about myself as an
Mm.
individual losing my job to something I can't even fathom how it would produce what I do,
Yeah.
I think about it from the perspective of statistics.
Mm.
I can only paint so much in my lifetime.
Yeah.
An AI is able to produce 1,000 images in
Mm.
10 minutes. And when people go through that, they can maybe find one that's half as good as what I can make in a month. But I
Yeah.
can only
Yeah.
make one thing a month. So it's like
Mm.
using those things, I almost feel like to lose the human touch in art would be to lose our humanity. Like,
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
like there's nothing a robot could do first that before me, because they are trained off what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I think that the point and the question that I was leading to before Naomi was rudely interrupting, was do you think you would incorporate AI in any way in how you then, your process or what you might do? Will you embrace it?
I struggle with that question. I struggled even learning to do Photoshop,
Mm.
and now I use that for my dolls. So it's hard because, 10 years ago, if you were to tell me you need to pay attention in your digital classes because you're going to use this in your hobby that's going to fulfill yourself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you yes, but now I'm thinking about it. I don't want to use AI. I can't imagine myself using it, but I watch people use my work in AI.
Yeah.
I've had friends privately send me things, and it's not something that I've explicitly said, yeah, sure, go ahead, run my image through an AI thing.
Yeah.
But it's made me, be like, oh wow, watching my doll smile. Like I didn't think I would do that. I would never.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Got it.
I told myself like I wouldn't run my anything through AI, let alone like thinking about my art, my profession, thinking about the thing that puts bread and butter on my table and how I pay for my cat. I can't imagine using AI for it. I truly think it's a breach on the artistic integrity of the individual. I think people like a famous artist that I love, Kim Jong-us, died a few years ago. He was very young, and his artwork was then used to create an AI that can produce artworks like his, just like the Studio Ghibli stuff that people are doing,
Yeah.
just like these Mattel boxes that we're so, entranced by as a community. It seems like everybody wants to see themselves as a doll.
Yeah.
Well, then be famous enough to become a doll. Like LeBron James is a doll. I don't think he would ever run himself through a box.
No.
AI.
No.
I used to do AI backgrounds on my dolls for my Plastic Poppy Instagram page, and I stopped once I realized like how it affects like because it's all just kind of like stolen images. So now rather than using like AI generated backgrounds, I'll just like go on Google and I'll find like images in centers that are just like free images that anyone can use, and I'll use those in my pictures instead. But yeah, I think that people just need to be a little bit more conscious about what AI is and the consequences of AI. I think everyone will use it more consciously.
I do think that, it's something to say like we can't be aware of something if we're not told about it. So a lot of
No.
people see something and they're like, that's pretty. How did you do that? They're not asking the consequences of what is that thing that you're doing and how's it going to affect the world or,
Yeah.
someone who's creating by hand. Like they don't know. They just want to make cool stuff. And I myself don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it's bad, Estefan, if you were to know every day and then be like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it up because I like the way it looks. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I really think that at the end of the day, when you use something in moderation, especially when it's an inevitable thing,
Yeah.
you need to talk about it, learn about it. You can't just like let it be in the wind and have people wonder if
Yeah.
you use AI. I think it's important when someone uses it to talk about it and then learn about the consequences of said AI that they've used.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely agree. I'm also someone who's very guilty of enjoying some AI images, especially like on Instagram. There's like hot guys making out, and I'm like, this is so nice. I'm like, wait, it's AI,
He likes
and
porn.
yeah. Listen, don't shame porn users. Right? This is a safe space for everyone.
We don't
Will
shame.
just ran himself through a AI generator and put a vagina on himself. And his
Did you like what you see?
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
Thank you so much, Alex. What you said is so valuable. Thank you for doing all that research. It's really opened my eyes again, like you were talking about with the water. There's people that are literally dying of thirst. Why are we giving so much water to a fucking robot so I
Yeah.
can put my email through a chat GPT to clean it up for me? You know what I mean? So I absolutely agree with what you're saying.
and I'll also, my final thing is, and if you're tired of coming up with captions for Instagram, just say it. Be honest.
Yeah.
Don't go to ChatGPT and run your image through it to come up with a message for what your doll looks like. Just talk about what you're feeling. Be yourself. Like the best part about a human is what they say.
I do use ChatGPT for my captions. I
Diva.
know.
Yeah.
Just because
Deluge diva.
as
Yeah.
much as you think I'm a very articulated and gorgeous lady, I this English is not my first language. So sometimes I just don't want to sound like an idiot. Or some people on the Dolstagram that just post whatever they see. Shade. So yeah, no, I
Yeah,
just
I'm shady too. I mean, shade boots, but like,
Yeah.
let's be real. Like, there's no right person in this situation because there's billions of us. There's like all
yeah.
opinions, and I think the best thing to do is to talk about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as you say, using it in a healthy way. It's something that we can't escape from. Apple has got it on the phones now. You just have to click when you're writing an email and it just fix it up for you.
It's hard because there's so many people embracing it so fast. Like, well, why fight it in some ways, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching all your friends do it, it's like not peer pressure. Then it's just like community endeavor.
Right.
Very true.
Alex, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, guys.
As a goodbye kind of message, would you like to leave a song in our playlist for the podcast?
Honestly, I would love to. Thank you so much. I appreciate all three of you and this experience. I think the
Oh,
song I would like to leave is Pop Girl by Lexi Lou.
Pop Girl.
Pop Girl by Lexi Lou. Okay, we're gonna add that to
Come
the
on,
Ooh.
Lexi
playlist.
Lou.
And
Come
where
on.
can we find your Instagram, Alex?
My Instagram is at Bezus Dolls.
Perfect. Thank you
Thank you,
so
guys.
much for joining us.
À bientôt, mon chéri.
Ah, je
Thank you
t'aime.
so
Tu
much.
me manques, Naomi. Oh. Oh, I love you guys. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Mwah.
Mwah.
I waited out what you say that. And now for the most exciting moment of this podcast, Dolly's secret. Today we have a very special guest on the podcast, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say Pink Barbie dreams and I'm the dream maker. We have Jul
How are you guys?
So
Jul, do you want to do a little rap for us?
Jul,
Please.
just
Do
do the
I want to
rap.
do a little rap for you guys? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Pink Barbie
Come
dreams
on,
and I'm
Gail.
the dream maker. I play with my dolls
Hey.
and Pink's the pink maker. I got the dolls to stay glammed up.
Glammed
So
up.
hop in my Barbie coupe and stand
Damn
up.
good.
I'm Jules Daily, it's my dream dolls.
Hey.
Hey.
We love that for
Yeah,
you.
We
it's
love
so
that. We
good.
live for it.
Yes.
So, Jul, do you want to introduce yourself to our listeners for those of them that don't know you?
I'm Jewel, aka Jewel Dream Doll. I'm a YouTuber, content creator, photographer, and doll connoisseur.
Oh,
Princess, if
wow.
Doll
you will.
connoisseur. That's a new
Wow.
one. I love that. Jewel, so I want to know what start like that is your signature, is this rap, and I feel like that's really your trademark and what people know you for on YouTube. What was the idea behind that? Because it is so genius and it is just so
Yeah.
catchy. I love it. What gave you that idea?
Okay, so first of all, thank you. What gave me the idea? So when I was thinking about creating a YouTube, I don't know, because I'm not really that good with like technology. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
how do I make an intro like everybody else that's got all these, everybody's intros are fancy and stuff. So I was like, what's
Uh-huh.
something that could catch people's attention? I was like, why not do a rap or a jingle? Like we don't see that anymore. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's just do a rap. So one day I was trying to practice it on the phone with my little boo at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, how does this sound? Is this corny? Like, is people gonna respond well to this? Like, what do you think? And he was like, no, go for it. Like, you should just do it. So I just
Yeah.
stuck with it.
Oh, it's cute. It's so
I
cute.
love it.
It's so
It's really
funny. So
fun.
when I'm on my YouTube journeys, whenever you start your intro, my partner knows it's you. Like
Oh,
always knows it's you. He's in the other room, but he's like, "Oh, I know who you're watching right now."
right.
I
It's
think just
so
your
genius.
accent I am obsessed with your accent.
I hear
And
that a
every
lot.
time you say yeah, I just live.
Yeah,
I just live, literally living.
yeah. That
Where
Obsessed.
are you
one.
from?
I'm from Maryland. I'm from Southern Maryland. So I grew up in the DMV. I grew up in
Uh-huh.
Virginia. I'm technically from Virginia, but I grew up in Southern Maryland in DC. But then I went to school in Norfolk, so I have kind of like a Norfolk accent sometimes too. That's like more Southern VA, close to Virginia Beach.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a little bit of all that in it.
I love that.
Cute.
So
Okay,
shall we
so
jump into this interview?
we have quite a few interview questions prepared for you, and this is called Dolly's Secret, and that's where we get really all of your secrets and all of the tea from you, Jul. So spill as much as you want. You know, this is an open forum, and nothing is off limits here.
So you collect both Playline and collector dolls. We want to know, how do you decide how much of which are you going to collect? Do you freestyle? Is it something that's planned? What's your approach?
Okay, so my approach to collecting Playline. So I feel like I started collecting collector more than Playline. I feel like as I've gotten like
Mm-hmm.
more into, because I'm relatively new like you guys in collecting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've only been here for like what, 3 years? Two
Mm-hmm.
maybe, two going on three. So I started out with Playline. I feel like as you kind of get more into it, and I guess more accepting of your doll collector, you know,
Mm-hmm.
your doll thing. I mean, the more high end kind of dolls. So I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do more high end now. I
Mm-hmm.
stopped doing Playline as much just because I feel like the quality is so stark and different.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like
100%.
when you kind of go back, I can't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it's
Mm-hmm.
something really, really cute though, because I recently did like a
Yeah.
video on the Zion dolls, and that was
Mm-hmm.
different for me because I haven't bought anything like really Playline in a while. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is cute, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm like been in integrity world for the past year or so I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
you know.
No, 100%. I mean, it is still tempting to go down like the doll aisle to see what's there, and occasionally you'll find a cute like head sculpt or a cute dress or something, and you're like, actually, you know what? I'm tempted.
I
It's
agree
like
with that.
the luxury, quality, expensive dolls become the standard. Like once you experience, you don't want to go back. It's now the standard. You're like, why are these shoes made of plastic? You know what
Right.
I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Um,
Totally
I
not.
it's so funny. You guys, do you know the new Bratz music video
Yeah.
they just
Uh-huh.
released? I'm like, why do I all of a sudden want Bratz dolls now? Like
So do
this
I. Oh my God,
it's
the same.
it's so
Yeah,
fierce. I was like,
it's
this
so good.
stupid Bratz music video made me want to go shop in the Bratz Target aisle
Bratty
now.
That
pardon.
is so funny. Somebody sent that to me yesterday. It's Think About It, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
yeah,
thought it was
it's
cute. I was like, okay,
fierce.
this is kind of catchy.
It really
Bratty
is.
pardon.
Third
So,
group.
first of all, I love that you collect with your mum. And I think it's just adorable that you guys do this
Oh.
together. And it's just like really, really fun. But I remember like one of the first videos I ever watched of you was you buying clothes. I think it was from Etsy at the time. And you had like a pile of clothes and it was called like Integrity Haul. And I remember this video you bought all this stuff, but like I guess the question is really how do you budget for dolls? Like this is a very expensive hobby, and
Yes, yes,
what
it
do you
is.
do when you go over your budget? Because some of us, not me, because I'm super moderate, and some of us are really bad with budgeting, and you can just run out a very deep hole, like a black hole of like expenses. How do you budget? Tell us
Naomi
the
has a
secret.
big
Definitely
black
do that.
hole.
Yeah.
It's pink.
Okay, so as far as the budget, I'm not gonna lie, it is hard. That black hole, I'm
Mm.
in there right now. Like I swear Integrity Convention really did me and you guys. Like I had a goal last year to save like 10K. And I was talking about that on my YouTube channel. I was like, I swear to you guys, I'm gonna save 10K. I went to Integrity Convention in October. I think I had got to like almost 6 or 7K. Y'all,
Huh.
I have not been right since. We're in April. So I'm like, I'm really usually good at budgeting. I usually just kind of cut back on my expenses. Like, it's always nice to see something coming in the mail. Like, you want to just have like a little
Mm.
something. So I
Okay.
feel like the way to
Excitement.
wean myself off is to kind of get like maybe one thing a week or like one thing that might be like $20, like maybe some
Yeah.
shoes or something. Like pick one item I would say that you're missing in your collection that you're in need of right now and
Yeah.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
start there and just kind of like, okay, this is my one thing for the week or maybe my one thing for the month and then just kind of go on for there. I kind of set goals for myself. And then, we have like Klarna and we have like those things that you can like do payments on nowadays.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes even that's a deep hole because I have a problem with that. Like sometimes I'll put like payments on like 10 items. And
Yeah,
you're like
those add
paying
up.
it, yeah, those add
That
up.
adds up. I
They
was just gonna
do.
recommend that. That's like how I pay for like conventions too. So what I'll do is I'll buy an Integrity Toys gift certificate for
Mhm.
like however much I think all these dolls are gonna cost. And
Mhm.
then I'll split that up into 4 payments on like PayPal.
Mhm. That's
And
so
that
good.
is how I'm able to usually afford convention. And then whenever you buy all these dolls, you come back, you sell some, you know what I mean? You're able to make some money back. So quick tip for the new listeners who are new to the
Yeah.
W Club.
I
Exactly. That's a good idea. That's how I got the convention dolls. I spoke about that on my channel because everybody was like, "How did you?"
Hmm.
Because you know, like $1,500 for like all the dolls, and I'm
Yep.
like, I
Yeah.
put that on payments. I was right there in the lobby, like getting onto the
mm,
Wi-Fi, like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I split it
Right.
up in
mm.
four. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I when it comes to budgeting dolls, Klarna is my best friend. Klarna is my drag name, Klarna Del Rey. That is,
okay.
yeah, like I'm all there with Klarna. But I think just going off that question, it's interesting to know, like, when you first start off in dolls, you start off in your Go Play line, you spend that $20, £20, €20, whatever it is. But then you get to where we are now, and it's like, oh, £300 for a doll. Yeah, that's fine, and it's suddenly your budget has massively increased. So that's some great piece of advice there, Stefan. Naomi, but what do you think?
I don't spend any money, guys. So
Oh, yeah, we can tell. No.
mm.
Her husband is listening right now, you guys. That's why she's
Yeah.
I
He's
love that
next
for you.
door.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
I got a couple
I
of doll
don't
sponsors,
like
but
to spend money on
Doll
dolls.
sponsors.
I bought nothing at convention.
Joel, so I have a question for you. Something that's been coming up quite a bit on this podcast, not just like really in the podcast, but conversation really in the doll community, is as like adult doll collectors, many of us feel a responsibility to shop consciously with not just our wallets, but with our like ethics and our morals. For instance, like with like Mattel pulling out of DEI, if you know
yeah.
what I mean. Do you feel
Okay.
like that affects how you shop it off when you're shopping for dolls?
I'm really big on like do what makes you happy. I feel like it does to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely puts the pressure on you from the dog community. I feel like you can tell from my YouTube, I'm very outspoken. I'm one of those people that I definitely dance to the beat of my own
Mm.
drum. So it's kind of
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
though, I'm like, if I do anything, I'm gonna always be doing it for, I guess, like I said, my happiness. I'm not thinking about always what it represents because I know why I'm
Mm.
doing
Right.
it, if that makes sense. So it's like,
Right.
even though
Yeah.
Mattel pulled out of the DI stuff, I'm not going to go super hard for them and support them, but I might get a doll for them from them just because I like the doll. But I might not
Yeah.
go on
Right.
YouTube and talk about it or like brag about it because I know the situation we're in right now, if that makes sense.
Do you have an opinion about the DEI situation with Mattel?
Yeah, I was listening to another interview you guys had up here, but I think she was talking about how,
Was
like, even
lame.
on this, yeah, on the site, you look at it right now, it says like Mattel, like we're the most diverse doll line, and it's
Mm.
like
Mm-hmm.
then in those corporate settings, you're making those DEI cuts and things of that nature. So it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
such a misalignment right now. So I'm like, does that mean you're gonna start putting out certain types of dolls? Like, are we not gonna get those wheelchair Barbies? I'm having a
Yeah.
trouble understanding what that even really means.
Yeah, it really just means that like they're not holding themselves accountable for having a diverse employee representation. When you're a part of DEI, you're holding yourself accountable for having a diverse work culture. So
Right,
Mm.
if you're pulled out of DEI, you can have pretty much just straight white men working in
right.
your corporate office and get away with it.
Yeah.
But I like what you're saying that it's really just like at the end of the day, I'm collecting dolls because it makes me happy. So
Mm.
yes, of course, I want to be conscious about what I'm doing, but at the same time, not at the expense of what makes me happy. That's your answer,
Right.
right?
That's definitely my answer. And that's what I was trying to figure out
Mm-hmm.
because I definitely understand what DEI is. A lot of people don't know I went to school for human services and
Uh,
basically women's
Oh,
studies.
wow.
So I
Mhm.
went to school for that, but I was like, okay, are they talking about it in the dolls or is it in a corporate setting? So from a
right,
corporate standpoint, yeah, it's definitely like something they need to get a hold of because it just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense, especially given what they represent.
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
And DEI, a lot of people don't know DEI, white women benefit the most from DEI. A lot of people
mm-hmm,
Mm.
don't know that though. It's just so contradictory. So I definitely get what people are saying. But as far as
yeah,
the dolls and supporting them as a brand, yeah, definitely do what makes you happy. I feel like that's one thing about the doll semantics and the doll politics. I feel like it
Mm.
does get very, you know how we get. It gets
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
treacherous. And it's like if you don't really align with how somebody else views, a lot of people get kind of like the knives come out, the claws come out.
Yeah.
I try
I
to keep
I
the
have a
peace.
I have a question for you. So if
Uh-huh.
you are saying that like white women benefit the most from DEI, do you think
Uh-huh.
that like DEI is maybe outdated and maybe needs like a refresher so it does benefit other people more?
Definitely. I mean, the people who are hiring you are always gonna do what they do too. So it's like,
Right.
even though it was meant to benefit more than just white women, I guess more certain things should be set in place so that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think that it's also one of the things that I feel is quite worrisome is if those policies then trickle down to the product,
Yeah.
right? And
Right.
that's where Mattel goes from being a toy maker, the most diverse toy line, to a corporate brand, and it loses some of what it used to represent. And I think it's so much more interesting where they're gonna go. And are we going to see, less dolls of color? Are there going to be more POC launches? What do you think will happen now with Mattel and their toy lines? Do you think they'll stay the same, or do you think they will start leaning one way or the other?
Right. That's what I was curious about how the DEI conversation was about. Because I'm like, yeah, are we gonna stop singing? Because most people when they think about DEI, especially I'll speak on like from integrity, because that's really like a big thing in the integrity,
Hmm.
amongst collectors. I feel like when people
Yeah.
hear DEI, they automatically think we're talking about people of color, and they forget DEI is like, shapes and sizes, it's color,
Hmm.
it's like a whole plethora of things that go under DEI,
Mm-hmm.
LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, people
Right.
always assume you're like talking about color when you ask for my more diversity. And I'm like, even though that's like, a big thing too.
Hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
as far as Mattel, I really hope that that's not what happens because they will be ruining their whole legacy. That's what they do. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
does make you question and it does make you scared. Like, with all these new policies and things in place, like what is going to happen? Like, are we going to stop getting those dolls of color? Are we
Hmm.
not going to get those curvy Barbies? Are we not going to get these dolls in wheelchairs? Is everything going to go back to blonde hair and blue eyes, essentially?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like even for integrity, we can kind of see they're a little whitewashed. So
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think
I feel like
I
that's a
think
big
that the
problem.
situation is a bit different. Sorry if I chip in. I think the
Uh-huh.
situation is a bit different when it comes to all that. They know that these dolls bring them money. It's really possibly just a stunt, but it's a stunt that is working for them. So they won't
Right.
change how they make like dolls. They won't change that they have like dolls with missing limbs, or they have dolls with disabilities, or they have dolls that have
Mm.
blind, or they have dolls that have Down syndrome. They won't change that. My
Because it's
concern is
right.
my concern is for the environment where the people that actually work in Mattel,
Mm.
Right.
um, they're gonna have to be in. And I mean, we've seen already the situation with the layoffs. I think the
Right.
choices that Mattel is making, whether they are to save money or whether they are to align with political views, shall we call
Mm-hmm.
it that, I think
Right.
is just extremely dangerous. And we are going in a direction where I don't care if they put out 10 black Barbies, or they put out 10 homosexual Barbies, or they put like disability Barbies here and there. My
Mm.
concern is that they don't stand for what they produce. And
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I fear for the employer, for their employees, more than for what they're gonna put out. Do you see what I
Mm.
mean?
I definitely
Right.
understand, and I agree with you. I definitely fear more for the work environment and the corporate setting. But just to answer his question, like he was saying, like, do you wonder if it will trickle down to the dolls? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a possibility, but I don't think that's like something we have to worry about. But
No.
Yeah.
usually things
Yeah.
like that do happen.
On your
The
point, Naomi, sorry, just to interrupt. Just on your point, a part of me, like, I care for humans, but I care more for my dolls. Like,
shut up.
You're
no, but I,
such a
on,
superficial slut.
on when you really dig deep down, of course, you want a healthy work environment. But the truth is,
Mm.
I don't think about that as much as I should, probably. I'm more concerned about the product.
Mhm.
But no, it
Mm.
does. I do understand where you're coming from. I sound callous, and I don't. I just think that I'm not going to play the pageant of I care and love everyone, because that's not always true.
I don't
Right.
care and love about anybody. I don't care and love about you. But the thing is, for me, the people that I fund with my hard-earned money
Mm.
is important.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
You know, and I don't want to support people that are going in a direction that I don't really feel comfortable with. Look at the AI situation. Look at laying off super creative minds such as Bill Greening. And you know, on this note, I've messaged with Bill. You see,
Ooh,
calling him Bill like we're best friends.
You're dropping
Just like we're
exclusive
best
news.
friends. And Bill actually confirmed that he was actually part of the layoff, which makes me really sad. And if you think about it, this man has produced high quality products for 26 years for this brand. And he's been, you know, let go so easily.
But
And 120 others people.
just to go back, that this is like, if you guys watch the Tiny Shoulders documentary on Hulu, like once Barbie really diversified their doll line, they saw the sales quadruple with Barbie. You know what I mean? So these diverse dolls are not going anywhere. So yeah, like
No.
they're going to continue pumping out these diverse
They're
dolls
cash
because they
cows.
absolutely, they absolutely make money.
A lot of what I didn't know was that a lot of reasons that we got diversity in the Barbie lines was because of Bill and Carlisle. So that was a lot
Absolutely.
of why people were mad about Bill, and I didn't know that. You know, being a person of color, I was like, wow.
It's shocking.
You mentioned earlier that in Integrity Toys that you feel like we see less dolls of color. What is your opinion of that? What is your theory behind that?
Because I got a lot of feelings about that. I mean, it started out with black dolls, dolls of color, and it's gone to like a wide range of like different ethnicities, which I love. I mean, like most doll designers, I feel like sometimes what they view as their beauty standards or Western beauty standards are like just it comes down to what the designers like. So I just feel like some of them have that lens of Western beauty still. Like we've seen multiple dolls from Integrity. Like I heard you guys talking about Alejandra. Alejandra's gotten lighter over the years. Isha's gotten lighter over the years. Like it's multiple characters who've just kind of gotten whitewashed over the years. And it's like, okay, it's fun because I mean, people do come in different colors of all races. Like, I really liked how you guys touched on the fact that Naja, being a black woman, has come in, you know, all races. Like, black women are also light skinned. You know, also, I have cousins who are what are people consider white passing. So, but they're still black people. So I can appreciate like a wide plethora of dolls and ranges. I just don't want everybody to get whitewashed. It's like, okay, let's go back down the color wheel. Let's mix it up.
Right. Like I can appreciate that they have all of the shades of black, but also I don't want to see the light-skinned saturation more than the dark skin. So I think that like we all share that sentiment.
Come
I
on,
think we all agree
Melanin.
that. Yeah, literally like a convention, like it was Japan. Like Jay was eating Japan up. It was too much Japan. I was like, okay, this is cute, but
Hungarian
like,
in
you
Japan
know,
is literally
is literally like their
80% of the
favorite.
dolls.
Right. And I mean, I grew up watching like anime, anything Asian inspired, I love. So like I'm used to seeing like the pale skin and the dark hair. Like I love that kind of aesthetic. But it's like once it gets oversaturated, almost like the Y2K. Like I love Y2K, but I feel like everybody does it so much now. Like I'm really into trends. I keep up with the trends, but once everybody tries to do it, I tend to lean away from it because it's like, okay, now it's too much.
Right.
Slight side question. What's your favorite anime? Because I love anime. So
I want to say Attack on Titan. That's one of my
ooh,
favorites.
yeah, oh,
Castlevania.
yep, Castlevania is so good.
Yeah, I love
Attack
a
on
lot. I
Titan is
mean, all of
definitely one
them.
of my favorite.
I
One
think of what did I
Piece
just finish?
is
You like
my
who? One
One
Piece.
Piece
I
is
love
like
One
my
Piece.
yeah, so good.
That's a cute one too.
Sorry, that was a slight tangent.
Yeah, I was like, let's not get into that because we'll talk about anime forever.
Look at
That
Estefan's
was a
face
good
is
one
like,
though.
hurry the fuck up. Like
No, I like Attack on Titan. I've watched Attack on Titan before. I
No!
absolutely have. Yeah, I
That
love
one's
Attack on
Oh,
wild.
it's
Titan.
That
so
one's
good.
wild.
She's been attacked by
Mm-hmm.
titans before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Every
hilarious.
Tuesday.
Yeah. And also, actually, one thing I wanted to mention, one of your videos, actually, several of your videos secured a sale for me, and it was not the most common doll, but it was a BJD set of, they're called
The little,
Pizzoon. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the BJD collection of like from I think Kika Goods
Yeah, kick your goods. Yep.
Yeah, I saw them on your shelf, and I was like, "Yes, Joel has them. That's my sign. I need to get them
Shout out
too."
King of Goods because they sent me those for free, and I was like,
Oh,
okay, y'all are
really?
so real for that. Yes, that was nice,
Oh,
and I love them. They're cute.
they're so cute. They're so cute. Well, I'll get you a picture so anyone who's not watching the video can watch it and see that there's an image online of what they look like. They're
Paid
adorable.
sponsorship.
Yeah.
I love it. Shall we move on to our game?
Yes.
Okay,
Do
perfect.
you like playing games, Jul?
I do. I play games a lot.
Okay, so for our next segment of the day, we are going to play a little game with you, Jules. It's going to be called Shelf, Stash, and Incinerate. And think of this game like Fuck, Marry, Kill, where you are going to shelf one, you are going to stash one doll away, like think of like a storage, a garage, an attic, and then you are going to incinerate one doll, like burn the bitch. You are going to set her on fire,
Off with her head.
barbecue.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. So first up, we're going to start off nice and easy. We are going to be talking about the JHD upgrade dolls, the
Okay.
IT registration exclusives, or the You Create kits from Mattel.
Okay. Like all three of them, like as a brand separately.
Yeah, all
Okay.
three. Mhm.
JHD definitely is getting stashed. This is an easy one.
Yeah.
Integrity's going on the shelf, and Barbie, I'm sorry, she's getting fucking incinerated.
Yeah.
She's gotta go. Them wigs gotta go up out of here.
Yes.
I
I thought
think we
this was going to be
agree.
hard. I thought this was going to be hard for you. But
I'm
actually,
very blunt. It's like it's funny because I love that I'm more off camera because I can be more like completely honest. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm like, nah, they gotta go.
yeah.
Face Love is cute,
Yeah.
but them wigs got them up out of here.
Those wigs. Oh, I'm so upset
Justice
Thanos?
by
for the
those
bald
wigs.
bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true
Mhm.
because they do evolve.
Yeah.
The bald girls are cute, but those
Yeah.
wigs, yeah, we agree. So
No.
we said we're gonna start easy, but these are gonna progressively get a little harder.
Okay.
Okay, so next up we have the I Love You Forever dolls. We also have the Naturalistas, and then we have OMG LOL dolls.
Okay. I
You can
just
burn
took,
all three, actually.
to be honest, Loki, I wouldn't be mad at that, but I just I just took the LOL dolls off the shelf, so they're definitely getting incinerated.
Oh.
I Love You Forever can definitely probably get stashed. I got Naturally still on the shelf, like on the bottom shelf, literally. I gotta
Yeah.
represent my girls.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the only
yeah.
reason. So, yep.
Okay, moving
I
on.
will say the Naturalistas. I don't know how I know this, but the Naturalistas clothes fit fashion royalty dolls.
Really good.
Yeah,
I like their clothes. I love the
yeah,
natural hair, but the doll itself is just I can't.
yeah, 100%.
They need a little work on the screenings. Yeah, I
They
think if they
do.
worked on the screenings, they could be really, and maybe the bodies, like if
The
they get some
articulation.
articulation, they could
Yes,
be
they would
really
eat.
gorge.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so we have the Mycene relaunch, we have Latinistas, and then we have the Bratz relaunch.
Okay, I'm actually gonna shelf the brats because I have brats on my shelf. I love brats. My scene is
Mm-hmm.
definitely getting stashed away because I love nice scenes too. The relaunch was kind of like iffy, but and Last Nieces they definitely getting incinerated. I'm sorry.
Por
They gotta
favor.
go.
No, señor, por favor.
No, I like the
¿Por qué?
Lionistas. They were
They're so
cute.
cute. Shout out to my niece and nephews. They are Afro Mexican, so I gotta represent. But I'm like, sorry, y'all
Aw.
dogs gotta go.
I'm half Mexican.
Period.
All right. Dream
Oh
Besties
gosh. Oh my
from
goodness.
Barbie. We have Rainbow High Dolls, and then we have the American Girl Historical Collection.
They're
Dracarys.
definitely getting incinerated. The American Girls got to go in the burner. I hate those.
Oh.
I hate
Oh my
seeing them. I just
Burn,
god.
cannot. I'm
bitches,
sorry. They just
burn.
the baby doll
That
look
is
is just too much. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
It's
agree.
scary.
Yeah.
I love them. That is my childhood.
Oh my God. I was a cabbage. I'll take a Cabbage Patch before an American Doll. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh,
No.
they're so
Girl.
cute.
I
Shade sound.
why
I just like the
Yeah.
representation, but I just can't.
What is with
Oh,
their historical outfits? They're
I don't know, but people love
terrible.
those. People really love I mean, they
Oh.
still got a store, so they doing something right.
Yeah, their
Mm.
stories are incredible. Their
Okay.
their
I'm like, rep
representation
them.
is they're slaying the game. Okay, so
Sorry,
we're
people.
incinerating AG historical. I guess we just don't like American history. That's fine. I agree.
Rainbow High and Dream Besties. I'm definitely gonna probably have to show Rainbow High. Sorry, Barbie. Dream Besties just they're cute though. I'll staff them. They're gonna be,
Yeah.
stashed away somewhere.
I
We'll
agree.
take the
They'll be
clothes.
safe.
We'll take the clothes and
Right.
stash the new
No, but
bodies.
so the Dream Besties, especially Brooklyn, you take that glitter out of her hair. She's
She's
stunning.
cute.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, she's
so stunning.
cute.
And Rainbow High, you can't question the quality of their clothes
Their
Oh, for
because,
the
clothes,
love of God,
that's what
Raj, you
saved
know.
them. Because I don't
yeah.
really like them like that. I still have them
Mm.
on the shelf, but them big headed girls, they gotta go. Everybody, Integrity's just got me on like a high right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
they were my worst.
Yeah.
They're the worst thing that happened to my other dolls.
All right. We have the BMR 1959 collection. We have Monster High, and we have Barbie Extra.
These are harder.
Mm.
So I don't know. I have all of these on the shelf. So I feel like Monster High definitely should be shelved just because it's Monster High. I feel like that's just, I don't know. I don't know. They might be stashed.
Huh?
The Barbie BMRs, I actually like them. So I'll put
Mm.
them on the shelf. And the Barbie extras, I have them on the shelf too, but and for this instance, I'll have to just incinerate them.
I love the Barbie Extra line. I think it was probably the first line that I started buying when I first got Barbie.
Me
So
Mm-hmm.
too.
it will always
Barbie
have.
Extra line has been murdered by whoever has made these fashion choices.
Oh
It's
no,
I
literally
some of them
been
are so
know.
stabbed, killed,
cute.
destroyed.
The new ones, the Barbie, what are they called now? Barbie.
Deluxe style.
Oh yes,
Yes. And I'm like,
they don't have that edge.
they
They
don't. And I
Mm,
mean, like, I
no.
don't know why they changed it.
I think it's too expensive
mm.
because you know the amount of plastic they included with the dolls. Like you don't need a
That's
pet with
true.
every
They were doing
doll.
way too much with with
Yeah,
the fake animals and all that. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
Fake.
Too much.
okay. Like, this is too much.
Hmm.
Also, can I say something about BMR
Oh,
1959?
here we go. Go on,
Yeah.
Naomi.
What's going on with their clothes? Like, why?
Hey, their clothes were definitely a little retro. I do love the face molds and I love the dolls. The clothes
Yeah,
were
the
like,
face mold, okay?
the clothes was like, some of them was cute, some of them was like, what the hell? I mean, majority of it was what the hell, I will say. But it was fun. It was like kind of
Hmm.
campy, you know?
Was
Yeah,
it?
I
Okay.
just
Just
didn't
a
Yeah, okay.
I think
understand
little.
so.
it. I really didn't get it. Like, it was supposed to pay homage to Barbara Millicent Roberts, 1959. She would be rolling in her fucking grave looking at these
That's
dolls. Like,
true.
I don't understand. Like, I got the one on the bottom right because I thought that she was so fierce.
Oh,
But
Of
yeah,
Hmm.
she
course you
whenever
was.
did.
whenever I got her, her lips were like only painted in the center. Like,
Oh,
they're
no.
like
And
she has
oh, it had
like
like the,
yeah, her lips are only painted in the center. I was like, "What is this?" So I actually just removed the red lips and repainted her lips, but it was just so strange, and the fashion is a little weird too.
And
I
the poor
yeah, it
Claudette,
is.
whatever they've done to the poor Claudette with the purple hair, like,
Mm.
come
I
on,
liked
I
her.
like
why
the
do they
purple
hate her?
Yeah,
hair.
me too. I found
Like,
I don't know the relevance of BMR 1959, but as high
Yeah.
fashion streetwear, I think that their dolls are alright. I don't
yeah,
hate them as much as
I
you
don't
may
hate
hate
them as
them.
much as other people. It was
Yeah,
retro. Like it was that time. I just don't get, I guess I don't get the name like you guys, but I get
yeah.
the dress.
The
Because it is retro,
story,
but 1959, wouldn't that be like the 60s? That's like, yeah.
yeah. I don't
there
get the
is no
story.
retro there. There's no.
Right.
This
That's
is
why I
like
was like,
Mm.
yeah.
literally somebody ate the 80s. They said, let's put some colors together. Let's write BMR 1959 on everything. Well, there you go. The only good thing about
And
BMR. Oh, sorry, go.
and let's do it on acid too.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I really like about this collection is the
Mm.
face choices, like,
Right.
the scalps. And Claudette's jacket is actually a very
Oh,
nice
yeah.
Mm.
Her jacket
jacket.
is cute.
Yeah,
Everything else, burn.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I'm not mad at burning the fashion, but I love the dolls. The dolls age.
Yeah. All right. And that is our last slide.
Okay. Can you tell us your favorite part of the Dolly Parton podcast?
Thank you guys for having me. I mean, I really enjoyed you guys as a whole. So I'll say just talking with you guys, having honest conversations about how we feel about Dolly diversity, and I guess incinerating some of these bitches.
Yes.
That was
We
kind.
definitely need to put Naomi on that.
Who would you incinerate out of the three of us? Let's say Raj.
Oh my gosh, I can't do that. I can't
Yeah,
burn
you
you guys.
can. It's
I
fine.
can't.
Just do it. It's okay.
Yeah.
If I really had to,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know. I really enjoy all of you guys. I just
Aw.
say
don't.
I would just have to say who I talked to.
Yeah,
Okay,
fine.
Raj,
you're
it was
gonna-
lovely meeting you. Take
Yeah.
care.
He's gonna incinerate me.
I would.
Yeah.
Our first time talking.
I'm like whole time.
You can't
Okay.
burn her. She's half plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'll keep all you guys on the show.
Aww.
Respectfully, I
But
would.
Naomi will be at the back. It's fine. You can
Naomi
admit it,
might be
yeah.
in the back. She got a little mouth for her.
Yeah. Little.
She's been
Little
good today,
pal.
though. She's been really good today.
Yeah.
Of course I've been good. When I'm good, I'm good. But when I'm bad, I'm really bad.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad you had a good time with us today. We have
Yes.
a guest book in the shape of a playlist. So add to that, what would be the song of choice for you?
I've been thinking about this the whole podcast.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Rebecca Black, Salvation.
Ooh.
Do you guys know that one?
Friday,
Come on,
Friday.
No,
Black.
Rebecca
love
Black.
Black.
She
I
has
just
made
got
the
into her
comeback.
again.
Yeah.
She is, and I'm like, okay, she's eating this a little bit.
Mhm.
She
Amazing.
came
Or
back
American
pussy
Doll.
popping.
Yeah, she did.
No, she's definitely come a long way, and we love that. She's definitely
And she's such
Dolly
a good
Parton
singer.
vibe. Yeah, she
She's such a
is
good singer.
amazing.
Come on, Rebecca, give us everything.
Yes,
I love that y'all like my
Rebecca.
referral.
And so, Jul, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Instagram at exotic.dreamdolls. Check me out.
Wonderful. Do you want to sing us out with your rap one more time? Because we love it so much.
Y'all gonna bang on the desk for me?
Yes.
Bang it.
Hey, Pink Barbie dreams and I'm the dream maker. I play for my dolls and teams the pink maker. I got the dolls to stay glammed up. So hop in my Barbie coupe and stand up. I'm Jewel Dreaming these my dream dolls. If you don't like the dream, then just dream on. This is the space for love, light, and play. So welcome to my channel. It's the Dream Way. Hey.
Thank you
Period.
so much.
Thank you guys
Just so
for
you guys
having me.
know, that was Raj banging off beat and not Naomi. Just so
I was
everyone
definitely gonna be
knows.
like, okay, this is a little offbeat though.
Wow. Oops.
Raj is deaf.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I'm old, okay?
Thank you so much, Jules, for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you guys for having me.
Bye,
I really
Jill.
enjoyed myself.
Of course.
See ya.
Okay, y'all, and that is it for today's episode. We hope that you are enjoying Dolly Parton, the podcast, because we sure enjoy making it for you guys. It is such a treat. And where can we find my lovely co-hosts on social media?
You can find me struggling with my life at the moment. At
You can
House
tell by
of
her makeup.
Deluge.
Yeah.
No, I actually do my makeup really well. Thank you very much. We can find me on House of Deluge on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, OnlyFans, and YouPorn as well.
Yeah. Be careful of the last two if you don't want to see dolls disappearing into Naomi. And you can find me on House of Kismet on Instagram. Nice and easy.
And you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Plastic Poppy. And thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.